Listen, y'all, we need to talk about what just happened with Kevin Jr. Because, honey, this boy has completely crashed out. I'm talking full meltdown, public chaos, the whole 9 yards. And I gotta tell you, I sat here and watched this mess unfold, and I am disturbed.
And too, don't you? And you gonna sit beside him, or both of y'all, and now what? How do you feel about it?
About what?
About, because I feel like y'all two friends, right? You went on her platform. You gave her a moment.
Okay. Now, did you ever ask the question?
Because I feel like I'm sorry, yo. I know we on YouTube and all that, but Surratt, your husband's a bitch.
Traci Braxton's son has had yet another public outburst, and this time he's going in on his own father, Kevin Surratt Sr. Now, this is not the first time we've seen this kind of disrespect from Kevin Jr. toward his daddy, but what really got me is when Kevin Sr. had to get on that panel and tell everybody, this is not how I raised him. I don't even recognize this behavior. Can you imagine having to say that about your own child? And then, honey, Kevin Jr. decides he's gonna go off on Cheryl's World and Perry, calling them all kinds of unnecessary and disrespectful names.
It was the most Traci had ever had as far as family, and so I feel like that gave her the lifeline that we had with her that last year, and that's why I just wanted to make sure that she was given, because I wasn't giving up. I was calling the Cancer Institute of America, I was calling John Hopkins, I was calling everybody to see if they can, treat her.
So I hear that the family was very supportive during this time with Traci, especially Tamar. Were you there too? Was it all of you as a group?
Absolutely. Now, let me tell you how that looks. So, and again, I love the love that they have for each other for the most part. They cover her. You know what I mean? So with that covering, this focus.
I'm sitting here thinking this boy is completely unhinged, and you already know Cheryl's World and Perry are about to respond, and it's not gonna be pretty. So buckle up, because we're getting into all of this today. Now let me be honest with y'all, I watched this content and I am disturbed, like genuinely disturbed. I've been observing these conversations between Kevin Sr. and Kevin Jr. for a while now, and every single time I watch their interactions, I feel triggered, every single time, because what I'm seeing is a pattern of consistent disrespect from this young man toward his father. Kevin Jr. talks over him, he refuses to listen to anything his daddy has to say, and instead of having an actual conversation, he just aggressively argues. Like, where is the respect? Where's the basic human decency you're supposed to show your parent? And y'all, this pattern just keeps repeating itself. Kevin Jr. will argue with his father about being close to Ken, telling Kevin Sr. straight up that he doesn't know what he's talking about. Now, how are you gonna tell your father he doesn't know what he's talking about? This behavior upsets me so deeply, it triggers something in me every time I see it. And I'm sitting here confused. Like, where is this level of disrespect even coming from?
You know what the because of is?
I feel like there was a light. Like
Definitely. That's why she felt that daughter.
Yeah.
Mom connection. And Lauren was kind of pushed out. And your mom felt that too, at a good point. She said this to me. Huh? No, tell me what you about.
Nah, cause I don't. Cause that's speaking on Mikey's character too. I don't feel like that's cool.
So I lived it. So like everything that I speak on, I saw it.
I understand that.
So I'm not talking about nobody's character, and they're already talking about things this season in reference to characters. So I'm not going to talk about anyone's character. I'm gonna talk about.
She got pushed out.
Well, it could be a lot of ways she was pushed out. Tell me what you think I'm thinking about.
Pushed out. I have a few ideas what you mean by being pushed out. I mean, I don't feel like she got pushed out. I feel like just how on our side of the states, we got this side, that side, we got LA side.
So I lived it, right? And so what I mean by I lived it, I held both of them in my arms and they was babies.
I understand that.
So do you remember their mother?
I never.
Yeah, I remember their mother, right? So it's not like I wasn't there. I was 100% there.
I'm not saying you wasn't there.
So what I'm saying is, when I say push out, I can say it from a whole lot of levels.
So we met
because Ashley just talked about what she went through, right?
Yeah.
So I knew what she was going through on many levels, and myself and your mom used to talk about this. So it's not like I don't know all these different levels of what happened. Then as far as me going into details, I'm not going to do that. Not on this. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying to you is, I want people to understand that there's so many people that said, Traci said.
But now we here.
So what I'm saying is,
But now we here.
okay, what I'm saying to the naysayers, my wife said so much to me over the decades, and I've seen things over the decades.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been to South Carolina?
Nah.
I have.
I drove through there, that's it.
No, I've been to...
Let's not forget, Kevin Jr. lost his mother. Traci is gone. That means Kevin Sr. is the only parent this young man has left on this earth. The only one. And yet he's out here repeatedly challenging his father, disrespecting him publicly, dismissing everything the man says. Make it make sense, because I can't understand it. So what really set all of this off? Honey, the tension escalated after Kevin Sr. went on Sherelle's World's podcast. That's when Kevin Jr. fully crashed out. He was mad that his daddy did that interview, and he let everybody know it. But here's the thing, Kevin Sr. actually explained his reasoning on his own show, Sessions with Surratt. He broke down exactly why he felt he needed to do that interview with Sherelle's World. She gave him a platform, y'all, a platform to address the issues that have been swirling around. He wanted to correct false narratives that were being spread about him. He discussed the lies, the misrepresentations that people have been putting out there. He talked about Traci's death, about the accusations regarding filming Traci while she was sick. The man wanted to defend himself, and he did it respectfully. Now, if you've been paying attention, you could see the situation coming from a mile away. The warning signs were everywhere. Past videos show Kevin Jr.'s consistent disrespect toward his father. He never listens. He regularly attacks him. And here's what really gets me. He constantly sides with the Braxtons. I truly believe the Braxtons are using divide and conquer tactics here, because the way this family operates, it's not normal. Kevin Jr. is arguing with his father again, being openly disrespectful like it's nothing.
Right.
So I have Jacksons in my family, and the Jacksons of South Carolina are down there too. So what I'm saying is, I have a lot of history that I lived from the beginning to the end. And I know that's a part of why some don't want me involved in the project, because I can speak on a lot of stuff. Trust and believe that. See, the thing started to bloom when the Braxtons came on.
Mm-hmm.
But when we was in the dark, the first tour, I showed you a picture of the first tour, you know what I mean? I know about the cosmetic stuff, all that. But I want her legacy not to die. That's the key.
That's the only conversation that her legacy.
I got you, but you're not going to discount. You're not going to discount what me and her live.
But one thing, I'm doing, myself, I'm not discounting you. I think you got that wrong with me. That's not me doing it. I'm telling you that we were able to still do things with our legacy. We're able to still explore and still.
I don't need nobody to. I don't need. What I'm saying is, I don't need nobody to tell me that. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm telling you because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
What I feel right now is, you're saying like, I want to do this and that, but these people in the back, I'm like, okay, right now we're focused.
And get this. He's incorrectly arguing about next of kin status. He's telling his father, "You are not next to kin." Like, sir, do you even understand what you're talking about? This is infuriating to watch. As a parent, listening to Kevin Jr. is beyond irritating. Why does Kevin Sr. have to protect his peace around his own son? Why can't this man speak on his own experiences without being attacked by his child? Kevin Sr. has lived longer. He has more first-hand knowledge. He knew the Braxtons before Kevin Jr. even existed, but Kevin Jr. just dismisses his father's lived experiences like they mean nothing. And let's talk about how the Braxtons treated Kevin Sr. Because that's part of this whole mess too. They disrespected Traci's husband. They failed to show up for Traci's funeral. Traci's funeral, y'all? Kevin Sr. took care of his son through all of that, and now he has to turn around and defend himself against that same child? This whole situation is a complete mess.
No. I'm not saying. No. I'm not trying to change. I'm not trying to change.
We need to figure out how to move forward with our legacy.
Oh, that's gonna happen.
And do better as a legacy. Like I said, she has the foundation. We know the stuff that she left off. She loved with the kids. Doing the dance, the arts and stuff. She has music. There's so much stuff we can do, and it's just about how we do it.
See, I don't want you to misunderstand what I'm saying, Kevin. All right. I mean, like, say for example, it's a thing that's stuck in the mind right now. Like that comment you made. I was born into this, he married into this.
Mm-hmm.
Comment you made, I was born into this, he married into this.
Mm-hmm.
If you understand that, you would have never said that. You would have never said that. But I understand the influences that were involved in that. What I'm saying to you is this. And with my wife, legally, I was next to kin, right? I understand there was a
there's kids. That's kin.
With my wife, I was next to kin.
We can look it up, but kin is kids.
I understand.
But you was the matriarch. You was the person that married to them. But kin is kids.
All right.
It gets passed on to the kin, which is the kids.
I'm not talking about passing on. I'm talking about
next to kin, which would be kids.
Okay.
It gets passed down to the kin.
You Google it. So what I'm saying to you is, it's important to understand that me and her made.
No, we're gonna have the fans fact check it.
Okay, me and your mom made you.
Yeah, no doubt.
We raised you. We did our best. The lifeline before you. One of my biggest things is that you continue to grow as a man as you are, so that you can take care of your son to the best of your ability, the way we did it to the best of our ability, and I know it's in you. That's the goal. That's the positioning. That's the lifeline. You know what I mean? I can listen to a lot of your mom's music, and I can understand where she's coming from. But as a man, I got married to your mom at the age that you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you came at the age that you are right now. So it's just about making sure that yourself and my other namesake, Kevin III, Jr., is good before I depart this earth. And nobody else is gonna give it like that. I know nobody in this universe is gonna give the input, the lifeline, the direction, the love in that fashion. So, as your uncle said, it's about putting respect on my name. You know what I mean? Because the bottom line is, there's some black men who don't even get that jest. They in the mix of the child support system. They in the mix of this. I've never been that in reference to you. I've never been
Now Kevin Jr. will sit there and claim, I'm not discounting my father, but who actually influenced you then, sweetheart? Because your actions are saying something completely different. Kevin Sr. addressed a hurtful comment that Kevin Jr. made where he said, I was born into this. Do you understand how dismissive that is? That comment dismisses Kevin Sr. as Traci's husband, like he doesn't matter, like he wasn't chosen by Traci to be her partner.
Sherelle, why you not home taking care of your son? I mean, like, cause it's some things, and I know that's your homegirl. And what pisses me off, like, I didn't speak on you. I left it alone. I kept it cute, and y'all not gonna keep talking about me like this, yo. Y'all not. And be respectful, and I've been respectful, but like now I gotta be disrespectful. We're giving you a platform, and for you to keep on talking about me, I'm ignoring you. Now what? And you got a husband too, don't you? And you gonna sit beside him, or both of y'all, and now what? How do you feel about it?
About what?
About because I feel like y'all two friends, right? You went on her platform. You gave her a moment.
Okay. Now did you ever ask the question?
Because I feel like I'm sorry, yo. I know we on YouTube and all that, but Surratt, your husband's a bitch. Your husband's a bitch because he's still beside you, and he didn't even shut you up. As a man, if I'm beside my girl, I'm gonna shut my girl up. I'm gonna handle that accordingly. But you a man gossiping about some things, and then you say I'm on lean. I'm on lean. I don't know between y'all two. I don't know if y'all tapped in with the culture. That's never the DMV thing. Lean costs about $5K a bottle. I mean, I'm not saying I'm struggling, but like I don't got $5K a bottle kind of money. It's a lot of money to be spending. It's rappers out here that can't afford that kind of habit. I got seizures because my mother passed away. My first seizure I had after work with my ex-wife coming home from work, and I had a seizure, my first seizure. I mean, baby girl, you get my pill bottle? Can I get it real quick? I take Kepper. Only drug I'm on is Kepper. I mean, I feel like it's offensive to a lot of people right now that do have seizures, because you saying that I'm bullshitting, I'm lying. No. Take care of your son. You know what I mean? Because I have a homegirl right now that knows about your situation. Take care of your son. Take care of your son.
You asked me a question. You asked me a question.
Yeah.
Let me know when you want me to answer it.
I mean, answer it how you want to.
Ask me a question again.
That's your homegirl. That's your homeboy.
How do you define homegirl and homeboy?
Hey, they said they was cool with you.
Kevin Sr. was already under attack by Traci's family, and now his own son is piling on. Traci chose Kevin Sr. as her husband. She made that choice. So why is the family dragging him? Why is Kevin Jr. joining in attacking his father? It makes no sense. And look, I need to clarify something before I say this. I am not mocking disabilities or intellectual challenges, but I have to question whether Kevin Jr. has some kind of intellectual challenge here.
How do you
Cool with him.
How do you define homeboy and homegirl?
Anyone that calls me by saying like I'm cool with them, that's a friend.
So I used to have a saying, and I used to say this all the time to your mom. I don't know your last name, right? If I don't know your last name, it's a difference in association. So I ran with a crew of 20 plus in my coming up in life. And right now, I run with about over 1,000 people that I connect with over the year. Say it was in 1 year, right? In my social circle of people, about it's 1,000 in my groups, in my areas, right? So I know how to classify people as associate with. I'm wise enough to do this. I connect with, I friend with, I go with, I be with, I connect with. And it comes in waves, valleys and peaks. So when someone says to me, this is my this and my this is my that.
Do you know her last name?
Again.
Do you know her last name?
I didn't say nothing when you talk.
I'm asking though.
I didn't say nothing when you talk.
Because you're making a statement as in it's a friend. I realized, look, these two are friends.
They are.
They're my friends. If I see them in the store right now, if I see them in the grocery store, I'm gonna give her a hug.
Define a friend?
I trust them.
I don't move like that. That's just me personally. And so I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. I don't move like that. I move in a space where I capture things that capture my movement, and we connect like that.
But
so when our friend
in the store,
yeah, that don't mean you're my friend.
would you give her a hug in the store?
Absolutely.
I'm not giving a stranger a hug.
Kevin, I've given strangers hugs. So what I'm saying is we on different platforms. That's why I associate with 1,000 people in a year at least, if not more. And the association that I connect with them is different. My lodge meeting this morning, it was different. My bike club last night, it's different. Today, it's different. I know how to work with people on different levels. When I go to work, I don't have friends. I have work friends. It's different.
But if you see them in the store, are you gonna give them a hug?
That's a social connection.
Because you know them.
No.
Because you know them.
I've given fans hugs. There's a different type of hug. Give me this. I got this hug, right? This is in between. You see that? See that arm? That's in between. I got this in it. Hold up. I got this hug. That's a different hug, right? I got this one. That's a different hug. Then I got this one. And she won't even know what this is when I do that. I got different ways of associating with people. So when someone classify my associates or associate friends, how I connect to people, it kind of like shows.
Because, honey, he's arguing incorrectly about the meaning of next of kin. Commenters had to correct him. People had to explain to him what that term actually means. And then Kevin Sr. has to sit there and explain that he lived in the household, that he didn't pay child support because he was raising his son directly. He was there, in the home, being a father. But Kevin Jr. disrespects him publicly anyway, and Kevin Sr. is forced to explain himself like he's on trial. It's like Kevin Jr. doesn't even know his own father.
Right? So say, for example, when I had my wife's service, those people knew us. When I had the private service, those people knew us on different levels. So I go and I associate with people. When I went to the baby shower, the gender reveal, that was a different level of association. I know how to connect to people because I'm a social person and I don't give everybody the same classification. Now let's get back with the classification of Sherelle and myself.
Yeah, Sherelle,
No, stop, son. Stop, son.
He a bitch.
Stop, son.
He a bitch. He a bitch. As a man, I'm gonna say that.
Let me know you finish. Cause see, this is not the person I raised. So I'm gonna let him flow.
It is pussy you raised.
All right. I would never tell you to call an elder a bitch. I would never ever.
How many bitch ass niggas
I would never ever tell my son to go at his elders like that. That's why I've never disrespected my mother-in-law and father-in-law.
Elders, it's crazy work.
My mother-in-law and father-in-law, I told them on on this platform.
Elders is crazy.
I would never disrespect them.
It's crazy.
So I know my son is going through that.
You let your homeboy call me a bitch ass nigga how many times? I counted. How many times did your homeboy call me a bitch ass nigga?
It's not my homeboy, man.
How many times did your homeboy call me a bitch ass nigga? I'm asking. How many times?
He's not my homeboy, Kevin.
I counted.
So let me say this, Kevin. So let's say this, right? I got what you're saying. Like, hey, he called me out of my name, even, but it's also dealing with emotional intelligence, right? You got to balance some of that out. And Ben, so you're going through a time where you're going through your 5 stages.
You're right.
You can't. Everything don't have to be something said to it, right?
You're right.
And then you can gather that by saying, okay, he's my father age. Let my father handle it. Or he's an elder. I'm going to respect him because I got so many other things that I got to heal from and get grief from and things like that I can focus on and I can respond to, right? Because when you're in a hurt place and you make yourself vulnerable, you don't want to put yourself in a place where you attacking every comment, everything somebody said, because then it brings anxiety and it start bringing, that energy where you have to feel like you're on a defense all the time, right? And you don't have to be on defense because, first of all, you already know who you are. You are worthy. You are enough.
Yeah.
So you already know that, right? So you don't have to like lower your standards or lower your vibrations down to where somebody, because they said names. And I know back in the day they say, oh, words hurt, hurts. But to me, I say as long as you don't physically harm me, you can say whatever you want to say, because I heard you say opinions. Everybody has an opinion and something about, and they all assholes or something on it.
Makes me curious about what the real state of their relationship actually is. So let's talk about the lead up to today's podcast situation, because this is where everything came to a head. Kevin Jr. feels like his father didn't protect him. He wants Kevin Sr. to confront Sherelle World and Perry on his behalf. But Kevin Sr. pointed out that he felt similar hurt when Kevin Jr. made that "born into this" comment. Do you see the hypocrisy here? Kevin Jr. wants protection from his father while simultaneously disrespecting him. And then, honey, Kevin Jr. fully crashes out. He starts calling Sherelle and her husband all kinds of names, and Kevin Sr. just lowers his head. You can see it on the man's face. The embarrassment, the shame, the disappointment. It's written all over him. I'm exhausted watching Kevin Jr., y'all. I'm tired.
I was saying to you, KJ, I don't know your little name, right? Is that okay? That's okay. Give me some love, baby. Give me some love. I gotta get that love from you. Yes, I wanted to feel that love. So yeah, but you just want to have emotional intelligence, and while you're going through your 5 stages, because you're still going through that, right? You're still going through a grieving process, because at the end you gotta heal, and then you're gonna find a solution. But you want to make sure you take the necessary steps. And sometimes it's going to be with Dad. You know why? Because both of y'all are hurting. Both of y'all are healing from things.
That's fair.
And both of y'all have different aspects of ways of healing. His might be macho. Yours might be a little, less. His might be impulsive or impatient. And yours might be, oh, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying macho and not giving a fuck. How I'm saying it is, someone on a platform, right, that has viewers is calling me out my name. How you expect me to respond?
Ignore it.
Ignore it?
Tell him God bless you.
That's fine. I do it. I do it a lot.
You ever heard of, you don't always have to let your right hand know what your left hand doing, right? And you didn't have to let him know you that pissed that he got to your core of your being. Because he just got to the core of your being to make you get out. That's not your everyday energy. Is every day your energy say, oh, fuck him, but him. If that's not your everyday energy.
You know my issue? I have an issue when someone says out their mouth, that's my homeboy. That's my friend. We cool with him. But his son, he a bitch ass nigga.
So
in that moment when that happened, it happened.
Yeah.
What did you want from your dad? What were you looking for your dad to react or to say?
To stand up for his son.
And what kind of, how did that look to you?
I don't care how it looks for me to stand for your son.
So I think what she's saying too, on a public platform or on a private platform.
Right.
Both. You publicly say that, and private, call him up, say something. You publicly say this about someone's son. I wish a nigga would say that about me. If baby Kevin, my son, if someone said, yeah, I'm cool with his son, but the father, yeah, he cook. Fuck him.
So at that time and at that moment that you saw that take place, you felt like your father should have defended you on the
off the break.
This young man is emotionally immature. He lacks emotional intelligence, and I feel so much sympathy for Kevin Sr. because this has got to be one of the most painful things to experience as a parent. Kevin Jr. is out here having a public meltdown, and he needs therapy, honey. He needs help. He keeps insulting Sherelle, saying things that make him look terrible publicly. Kevin Sr. is sitting there visibly embarrassed, and he tells his son, This is not how I raised you. And you know what Kevin Jr. says back? You did raise me. So I'm sitting here thinking, well, then somebody else must have raised you, because this behavior is not reflecting well on anybody. I'm asking y'all in the audience, help me understand this. Where is this lack of respect coming from? Kevin Sr. was married to Traci. He lived in the household full-time. Now look, I know all relationships have problems. Nobody's perfect. There are even allegations floating around about Kevin Jr. and his own ex-wife. So why is Kevin Jr. expecting perfection from his father when nobody's perfect? And have you noticed that this behavior seemed to get so much worse after Traci's death? What is really going on here? Because I'm confused. I'm concerned. And honestly, I'm worried about where this is all headed. Please share your thoughts in a comment section below.